Hey my loves, so I'm just going to jump in and give you the specs of the hair. This hair is by haloladyhair and it's the natural wave. I'm using a 20-inch frontal 13x4 and 3 bundles of 22 inches hair. So that's all we're going to use to make the wig. And now I'm going to jump in and start, the bleaching process for the frontal. Here you can see I've got the frontal, and as you can see, there's a few baby hair on the frontal, but I'm also going to use my got to be freeze glue spray. This is optional, and I'm just going to spray that at the front of the frontal. This is basically just to hold like any hair or baby hair that's going to like fly away when I'm actually applying the bleach to the frontal, because we just want to bleach the knots. We don't really want to bleach like the hair that's on the actual frontal. So once that's in place, I'm just going to go ahead and mix my hair bleach and apply it. Okay, so once I've mixed my mixture, this is what it looks like. It's not too runny and it's not too thick, so I'm just applying it using small strokes onto the lace. I'm basically taking my time to apply it because we just want it to spread evenly and just be looking nice. We don't want it to get all messy and then it transfer onto the actual hair on the frontal. So the hair developer that I'm using is the brand is True Zone, and it's a 40% volume developer. I don't really think the brand really matter. And then the bleach that I'm using is a Rapid Blue hair bleach. So I think they also have Rapid White, but I just chose Rapid Blue. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna basically apply it all over the frontal, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like at the end. So once that's all been done, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm actually going to turn the frontal around, and I'm going to leave that to process. Then we're going to wash our frontal. So this is what my frontal looked like once it has been finished. I think it did okay. Personally, I would have done it a bit more, but we're going to work with it. So now we're going to pin it onto our mannequin head, just pinning the front area, the back middle area, because we don't want this to be moving around when we're sewing. And we're also going to go ahead and pin both sides down as well. Also, when you put your frontal on your mannequin head, you just want to bring the frontal slightly in front of the wig cap. And then once you're finished, you should have this thing at the front. It's shaped sort of like an M. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what it should look like. Okay, now for sewing our frontal down, it's pretty straightforward. You're just going to push your needle through, and you're just going to continue sewing along the edge of the frontal and go all the way across to the other side. I've got a pretty detailed video on my channel that explains how to sew a frontal down. I'll list that in the description box down below as well. But as you can see here, I am now at the middle section, and we're just going to continue until we get to the other side, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. Oh, and don't forget to knot your threads at the end. So now I'm sewing on the first bundle. As I mentioned, all 3 bundles are 22 inches, so I'm just sewing down my first bundle. And again, to me, this is pretty straightforward, so I don't want to spend too much time sort of showing you how to sew it, so I will be speeding this video up. But once I get to the end of each tracks, I don't not cut the tracks. I basically just go ahead and just flip them over, as you can see there, and then I'll just continue sewing. If you notice, I use like little pins to kind of hold the tracks up, because it makes it a lot easier, just when you're sewing, so that the tracks are not falling down. I mean, I can do it without the pins, but I feel like the pins really help, especially if you're not very familiar, like if you're not very good at doing this. Okay, so if you notice, I'm just skipping through the wig, but I come back just to show you guys how each section should be looking when you reach further up on the wig. And the next clip you'll be seeing after this one is where I actually close off the wig. So this is what a completed wig look like, you guys. This is the natural state of the hair, the natural wavy hair as well. It's very pretty and the hair is very bouncy and soft. It's actually quite full as well. I used all 3 bundles. I only had like a really tiny piece of hair left, to be honest, so you could literally say I used all 3 bundles and it's quite full. So from here I'm going to go into the frontal and just pluck it a little bit more. I'm using some water in a spray bottle just to spray the frontal, just to saturate the frontal, and then once it's nice and wet I'm going to use my tweezer just to go in and just pluck like random areas from the hairline. To be honest, I don't really do my final plucking until I'm like wearing the wig, but you know, I just want to make the hairline a little bit lighter and a little bit more natural looking. So as you can see what I'm doing, I'm just removing hair from the hairline for now. Also, you guys, like, I don't usually like to over pluck my frontal. I don't know, it's just my preference, but yeah. So now I'm just using some foam wrap mousse on my frontal just to lay the hair down at the front, and that's all I'm gonna do for now. The next video I will show you guys how I apply this wig. And yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video where I'll be styling the wig. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.